komputernya gitu. Kesulitannya di situ, itu Pak.
Baik, Bu Putri akan kami sampaikan. Miss Ellen, here is Miss Puji Astuti. She teaches online business and marketing. She shares her experience during teaching the practical subject in her class. She teaches online business and marketing, which uses computers. The students operate the computers within her guidance. So we have to apply the health protocols. However, she has to make close contact with the students in order to get them operating the computer. So here the problem is that she has to get a bit closer to her students, even though we have to apply the COVID protocol. Yeah, that was the experience she shares with us. Would you like another teacher to share another experience, maybe, Miss Ellen?
Excuse me, what was your question?
Would you like another teacher to share maybe another experience?
Yes, please, but especially that they're back in teaching again. The students from Pucci is that she has difficulty teaching her students because of the distance. She has to keep distance. But at the other hand, she needs to help the students with the computer work.
Yes.
Yes, please, if there's another teacher who would like to share her experience. Yes.
Oke. Selain Ibu Puji yang sudah membagikan pengalamannya, mungkin Bapak Ibu guru produktif di jurusan lain, mungkin yang otomotif atau yang elektronika industri, Pak Dwi Sumarno, atau mungkin Pak Sumino, silakan, kami tunggu. Kita manfaatkan waktu. Pak Dwi Sumarno, silakan. Sudah terbuka mic Bapak. Pak Dwi Sumarno, sudah terbuka mic-nya? Monggo, silakan ya. Belum masuk suaranya, Pak. Silakan. Belum bisa masuk ya. Oh, Mas Arif, Pak Dwi kesulitan apanya ya? Sudah terbuka pada lembaga. Coba lagi Pak Dwi. Di on kan mic-nya Pak Dwi. Di on kan. Belum bisa Pak Dwi. Tidak bisa ya? Sambil menunggu Pak Dwi, Bapak Ibu guru produktif jurusan yang lain.
Ya,
Pak Yulianto mungkin bisa membagi pengalamannya.
Produktif.
Sambil menunggu Pak Dwi.
Dicari Pak Budi.
Cek Pak Dwi, silakan. Belum bisa. Belum bisa ya Pak? Ya. Atau Pak Fuad bisa membagi kesulitan selaku baga kurikulum yang banyak dilapori Bapak Ibu guru yang mengajar di kelas. Pak Fuad, oke, silakan. Ya.
Beberapa kesulitan yang muncul pertama itu adalah pembagian jadwal yang memang pada standar COVID kita hanya bisa 1/3 dari jumlah siswa, yang kemudian menjadi permasalahan. Ada Bapak Ibu guru yang 2 kali bekerja, yang seharusnya bekerja hanya dalam satu kelas selesai, ini satu kelas bisa 4 kali dia bekerja. Yang kedua, memang kesiapan alat yang sekarang masih pembangunan ini juga belum siap secara penuh, sehingga proses pembelajaran terutama TBSM juga belum begitu lancar. Dan kemudian untuk yang lainnya mungkin sedikit otokritik, peralatan lab itu juga harus kita siapkan dengan baik karena banyak komputer yang tidak bisa dipakai. Kemudian juga beberapa hal lain termasuk jadwal yang tidak berbenturan ini juga harus lebih adil sehingga Bapak Ibu guru tidak merasa yang produktif itu begitu lelahnya. Sementara ada beberapa Bapak Ibu guru yang mungkin menjadi enjoy dengan keadaan COVID. Saya berharap tidak demikian. Jadi apapun yang terjadi, berat sama dipikul, ringan sama diinjing. Saya kira itu.
Untuk kesulitan yang di anak apa? Kesulitan siswa di kelas mungkin Bapak dapat laporan?
Di kelas ini siswanya ini malah saya melihat enjoy bekerja malah. Siswa banyak yang bekerja dan kemudian lupa di daring pun saya memperhatikan banyak yang hampir tidak ikut, satu siswa atau berapa saya hampir 80-95% tidak ikut daring. Dan kemudian di saat tatap muka pun ini sudah mungkin dalam tanda kutip itu mereka sudah enak dapat uang mungkin. Saya tidak tahu apa penyebabnya. Tapi yang jelas ini kesulitan utamanya bagaimana bisa mendeteksi apa masalah siswa sehingga dia tidak masuk pada proses pembelajaran daring dan kemudian pada proses tatap mukanya. Saya kira itu.
Baik, terima kasih Pak Fuad. Miss Ellen, here is Mr. Fuad. She is the director of the curriculum director of our schools. He shares his resume. I mean, some teachers reports to him about the conditions of the practicing classes. So I asked him to share. He shares some points. So the first is about the scheduling. As the person in charge in the curriculum, he has some difficulties in making the fair schedules because the capacity allowed is only 30% of the students. So the teacher must teach 3 times in the same class. It is due to the maximum capacity, which is only 30% of the total students in the class. And then about the facilities, the tools and the facilities are not fully ready for the practical teachings because the government informs that the schools must allow the students to come to the schools for the practical teaching learning is only 2 days before the effective day So that's why we said previous day that we were busy in preparing the schools for the practical classes, and then also the conditions of the laboratory and the workshops. It needs some improvements about the number of the facilities and so on. Then about the students, I asked him about the problems relating to the students. He says that actually the students enjoy the practicing, because in general they like practical things more than theoretical ones, and it is good because it is vocational schools, right? But then we find that some students do not come to the schools to do the practical learnings, and we have some report that we are informed that some of, not many, maybe 5 to 6 out of our students is now having part-time jobs. So yeah, if they find, I mean, if they have known how to the way to support themselves, financially, it is a bit dangerous, because they will not will not be interested anymore in learning. It happens a lot, but we try to make a home visit. We persuade them to still keep on track on their learning. Yeah, that's all, Ms. Ella.
Okay. Before we go on to the recommendations, I have another question. I really like it if I see the people who participate in this session, like Puji and Fuad, but it seems to me that after they've talked, they switch off their video. Can you explain why is that?
Oke, Bapak Ibu, terutama Bu Puji, Pak Fuad, Pak Dwi, kita tampilkan video kita. Sepertinya kuotanya tetap lancar. Mari kita tampilkan videonya ya, Bapak Ibu. I am asking them to turn on their videos so that you can see the participants. Bu Puji sudah. Pak Fuad, please press the video button. Okay, thank you. Pak Adi Sumarno again. Yes, and the other participants, so that we can see your handsome and beautiful faces today.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes. Tampil wajahnya tampilin.
Yang lain? Miss Maidul Hi, yeah, we have Miss Afif, Mr. Denny Wahyu. You are so handsome today, sir, with your hair, nice hairstyle.
Yes, thank you.
Pak Di Sumarno, Bu Sinta, what are you doing?
Video.
Yeah, okay. Pak Di. Anita, is that your face? Masa face-nya motorcycle, Mbak Anita?
Well, at least I can see a few more.
Yeah.
I can't see all the participants. I really like this because now I really feel more involved with the team.
Iya. Jadi Bu El.
question by Irina. Irina asked me, why don't you see all the participants? And that's why I asked you.
Okay.
Okay.
Bapak Ibu, yeah, okay.
Could we go to the recommendations, to discuss the recommendations, please? Could you share the screen with the documents?
Okay. Here is the document. We have made a questionnaire so that the team and the teachers and the staffs select and decide the priority of the recommendations. Some of them have been done, or maybe we need just to report. For examples, the participants of the audience during the morning briefings, is most of the teachers and the staffs want to have comfortable atmospheres, school atmospheres. I think it is the basic need to improve the schools, because if the school atmosphere is comfortable, everyone enjoys working and learning in the schools, then the programs will run more smoothly. That is the rationales of this. And then, okay, your comments, Ms. Ellen?
Yes, I would like to know how you're going to work on this first recommendation. How are you going to achieve this? Because I suggested in one of the previous sessions that you could make small groups of teachers who feel responsible for one recommendation, and that they will try to implement of working. I don't know what kind of method or pure procedure you choose to work on these recommendations.
For these recommendations, honestly, we haven't made up teams, because we have already many teams during recent days, and I'd like to share maybe additional information that the schools is now chosen as one out of 400 high schools in Indonesia to have a CEO training for the principals. So now our principals is chosen to be the participants of CEO training held by the Ministry of Education, both online and offline. Of the trainings, yeah, that's why about the sudah. Sudah nyala kali itu ya? Sudah. Mohon maaf. We are so sorry for the inconvenience, because we have just have blackout. The power has gone out. It happens a lot in our regions, yeah, according to the what is it called? According to the weather and so on and so on. So the power company or the electricity company sometimes have some maintenance. They cut off the trees which goes along the electric line. So okay, let me continue. So about the establishments of teams, we have to postpone it because we need to go make some coordinations according to the recent conditions, and because Pak Sugiarto is now needs more teams to support the trainings, because it is not only for the sake of the principals. It will affect the schools if the schools succeeds in these trainings. So we will have some privilege in having some budget or something like that. It is the program of the ministries. But I'll try this week to discuss about the establishments of the teams according to your recommendations.
Okay. First, I'd like to congratulate you with the selection of this training. I think very good for you that your school can join the CEO training.
Okay, iya.
Glad for you.
Thank you. Pak Sugiarto, Bu Ellen mengucapkan selamat atas terpilihnya Bapak untuk mengikuti training CEO Pak bersama dengan tim Bapak Ibu yang dalam tim diberi ucapan selamat oleh Bu Ellen.
Iya, selamat.
Oke, selamat.
So, Masudi, how are we going to present that the?
Selamat juga Pak Andri.
Principal has already understood about what he has to do in establishing a more comfortable school atmosphere. I mean, but if it is not in the track, yeah, we need to change. That's we need your advice, maybe.
Okay. Irene would like to say.
Okay, please.
Hello. So you see that it's more democratic. What things you can see that?
Okay. Previously, in the meeting, we only listen to our managers, to our principals, and we only do what he says. But now, it is more open to us. We can share our ideas, our opinions, and even we can change what he plans. I mean, what he plans before he listens to us.
Okay. Okay. That's very nice. That's very nice. So the teachers feel more involved. Then.
Yes, because Miss Ellen has recommended that staff and teachers' involvement, also to improve our sense of belongings.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds very good.
Thank you.
That was one question. Thank you.
And then, well, while Irene was talking, I was thinking, would it be possible that somebody comments on this recommendation, let's say, so that he or she describes what you just said, so that you can really read the achievements from this recommendation?
Okay. So
wouldn't that be too much to ask?
Okay, so I will ask our colleagues to share their ideas on these recommendations, right? Okay, Bapak Ibu.
Can we go to the second recommendation?
Okay.
And then nice if somebody else would answer, because I really appreciate your involvement.
Bapak Ibu, silakan berkomentar.
Are we online again?
I'm still asking my colleagues to give some comments on the recommendations.
Okay. Can I ask in the meantime that I see the recommendations are sort of upside down and mixed? Is your order, is that also a priority order?
Which one? No, the priority is this number 1, number 2. The numbering is the priority is the numbering, and the R16 is the code of your recommendations.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Bapak Ibu guru silakan, karena Bu Ellen sudah agak bosan dengan suara mas saya. Pak Heru sudah membuka mic, silakan bicara Pak Heru.
Andri, dibuka moodnya. Terus silakan berbicara. Kau ngomong. Mohon buka.
Bu masih menunggu komentar Bapak Ibu karena ini juga sudah kami share beberapa hari hasil dari kuesioner kita. Pak Fuad mungkin mau menyampaikan kenapa kok R14 ini kita anggap penting sehingga kita letakkan di nomor 2. Ini tentang deadline dan sebagainya juga Pak. Tujuannya dan sebagainya.
Shudo, will you succeed in finding somebody to comment on this?
I was just asking Mr. Fuad tadi as one of the management teams to comment on this recommendation, and I think he is now preparing his comments. Silakan Pak Fuad.
Oke, thank you. Sebenarnya ini kita sudah mencanangkan untuk menjadi smart school, tapi konsistensi menjadi smart school itu tidak kuat, sehingga apa yang kemudian dirumuskan itu tidak bisa berjalan dengan baik. Kita pernah mencanangkan bahwa smart school yang berkaitan dengan TEPA kita ini tidak berjalan, bahkan TEPA yang ada pun ini dalam tanda kutip masih banyak fokus yang tidak banyak yang kita perhatikan, tidak fokus maksud saya. Satu fokus kalau kita garap dengan sungguh-sungguh sebenarnya bisa. Smart school yang hari ini harusnya koneksi internet sudah berjalan dengan lancar, ternyata juga tidak bisa lancar karena beberapa peralatan tidak pernah tercukupi dengan baik, sehingga mana yang mau kita fokuskan, mana kita garap dulu, ini saya sendiri masih belum tahu kapan itu bisa dipenuhi, sehingga alasan untuk kuota dan sebagainya di sekolah tidak ada lagi, alat tidak ada, internet tidak ada lagi, tapi sekarang masih terjadi hal itu. Kenapa? Karena peralatannya memang belum kita penuhi, dan ini kalau kita coba fokus step by step, satu persatu yang kita sudah canangkan itu, saya pikir bisa berjalan. Tapi karena memang banyak hal yang kita kerjakan itu juga susah, termasuk kurikulum sendiri mengerjakan banyak hal yang kemudian juga tidak bisa fokus. Jadi saya kira itu komentar saya, tujuannya yang jelas dan arah kebijakan, tujuan serta fokusnya mungkin step by step selesai beranjak yang lain, satu step beranjak yang lain, begitu. Saya kira itu politik.
Baik, Pak, akan saya coba sampaikan. Alright, Ms. Ellen, Mr. Fuad tadi comments on these recommendations. He thinks that school management clarity is so important, so we need to put it at the second priority. Is that so far the programs carried out by the schools has big consistencies. It seems that the programs goes without any strong consistencies, so it goes here and there, so it's not so the orientations of the programs is not so clear, so we need to improve the school's management, the clarity again and again. For example, that last year before the coronavirus hit, led by Mr. Fuad, has a program called Smart Schools. It is the programs which the content is that we run the schools based on the internet. So the aim is to improve student skills, teacher skills, and also to reach schools' visions and mission optimally using the internet. So it also relates to the teaching factory programs. Here in our schools, starting from last year, that our automotive, our motorcycle automotive programs launched the teaching factory programs in collaborations with Astra Honda International. We have made the MOU, Memorandum of Understandings, previously. So Astra obtains the schools to establish public workshops to serve the public. They can do their motorcycle service reparations in workshops. But then back to the problem that the schools programs has no strong consistencies. So the TEFA teaching factory program, it goes but not optimally. It cannot serve public, I mean the people around the schools, because of the limitations of the and also the facilities. It can serve only the internal teachers and staffs at the time. So,
okay, if I understand well, that Mr. Fuad explained about the curriculum. That the curriculum is not applicable to the industry and not consistent and coherent. Here in recommendation 2, we deal with school management. Remember, one of the topics was effective school management, and we explored that problem. And one of the things was that the school management should be clear, was not always clear enough, was a bit blurred, and that's why the school didn't know which way it was going. And if I understand Mr. Fuad well, he explains about curriculum, which is, to my taste, something different.
Yes. Let me convey to our colleagues. Bapak Ibu, tadi yang Pak Fuad sampaikan juga tentang kurikulum sudah ditangkap oleh tentang kurikulum juga tidak begitu support ke program TEFA dan Smart School yang kita coba dijalankan. Pak Fuad, Bu Ellen mengingatkan kita mungkin kurikulumnya bisa kurang support, tapi kita sudah diberi rekomendasi tentang manajemen sekolah. Jadi bagaimana manajemen sekolah itu lebih jelas jelas dan arah tujuannya. Demikian. Pak Fuad previously said that curriculum is a bit not relevant with our programs, but now we have some freedom to modify the curriculums based on our necessities. So I think in the future it won't be any problems anymore with the curriculums.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ms. Ellen. You're right. Okay.
Sorry about that. What do you think? Shall we go over to the number 3?
Yes.
It's also about school management, and this was the recommendation about standard operating procedures. I'm not familiar with the situation in your country, so perhaps you could ask somebody to explain the SOP and then how we can deal with this recommendation.
Oke. Jadi Bapak Ibu, tentang yang ketiga ini, rekomendasi yang kita letakkan di nomor ketiga, manajemen sekolah kerja ini berorientasi akan kerja gitu maksudnya ya. Ini let me edit this. Yeah, this miss locations. Okay. Ya. Manajemen sekolah yang berorientasi angkatan kerja. Bu Ellen tidak begitu akrab dengan SOP kita tentang kelulusan yang kemudian menjadi angkatan kerja, dan sebagainya gitu. Bapak Ibu guru ada yang bisa menjelaskan lebih lanjut lagi? Bukan saya ya, suara saya sudah terlalu banyak mewarnai Zoom ini. Bapak Ibu yang di produktif mungkin bisa memberi komentar. Kenapa kita harus berrelasi pada angkatan kerja, bukan pada UNAS lagi dan sebagainya? Silakan berkomentar dan nanti akan saya terjemahkan. Pak Sumino, monitor. I think most of my colleagues is now going to the mosque for the praying break. So
what do you think? Are we going to continue in 10 more minutes, or do we have another meeting in another week?
Well, the school will end at 3:30, or the school will close.
Okay.
In 30 minutes. So, what is recommendations? We have another meeting next week or something like that.
Well, as I understand you will have to stop this meeting now because you have to go to the mosque. And
the school will close in the next.
Yeah. Well, I'll suggest that we finish this meeting now, and I will send you a new document and propose the works how to proceed.
Okay, yeah. I think that will be wise.
Okay.
So, will you have a closing speech or something like that?
Yes.
To close our
I will say a few words because I think it's really fruitful to go through all these recommendations. And I would like to ask you and the whole team to comment on the recommendation. So please write down what has said before, and not only for the first 2 or 3, but for all the recommendations. Please write down what you have achieved already and how you're going to achieve or how you're going to take the next steps.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Ellens, and see you next meeting.
Are you going to translate my last words, please?
Bapak Ibu, I'm so sorry because I think no one is ready in the computer, but it's okay. Bapak Ibu, Bu Erin mengakhiri dengan merekomendasikan bahwa kita harus menuliskan di setiap rekomendasi ke-10 itu yang kita rencanakan, kemudian bagaimana kita melaksanakan dan hasilnya, progresnya. Okay. See you, Miss Erin, next week. Thank you for the meetings. Yeah, and we are so sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.
Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye. Demikian Bapak Ibu, saya akhiri. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jangan lupa klik tombolnya ya sobat. Terima kasih.